behalf of the Board of Education and Administration of Liberty Union High School, we would like to welcome you to tonight's contest between the Liberty Union Lions and the Bloom-Carroll Bulldogs. In order to make today's contest as enjoyable as possible, please represent your school and community in a positive and respectful manner. That means follow the rules, speak and act responsibly, and show courtesy and respect for your fellow fans, officials, coaches, administrators, authority figures, and of course your team and opponents. Let's make today's contest great by remembering to respect the game. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you stand. The privilege of this game was made possible by those who have fought and continue to fight for the freedoms we enjoy. Let us honor and respect their efforts in our country as we proudly play our national anthem.
IVP Sports presents the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Basketball Game of the Week. Brought to you by Fairfield Medical Center, Dagger Law, the Frank E. Smith Funeral Home, Fairfield Federal, the Carriage Company, the Savings Bank, Fairfield DD, Personal Touch Party Rentals and Events, the Edwards Insurance Agency, Buckeye Toyota, Huddle Tire and Auto, and North Body Shop.
This contest have been selected and assigned according to
From Del Bar Court at Liberty Union High School, IVP Sports presents the Buffalo Wild Wings Game of the Week. Tonight we have a matchup from the Mid-State League Buckeye Division as the Bloom-Carroll Lady Bulldogs take on the Lady Lions of Liberty Union. Hi again, everybody. I'm Josh Messerly, joined alongside our IVP Sports crew. Proud to bring you this one here from Liberty Union. In fact, we were supposed to bring this one to you a couple weeks ago, but unfortunately, because of circumstances, I can't recall if it was weather or COVID related, but either way, this game was postponed and rescheduled for tonight, and that's why we are here tonight on a Monday night. Not a usual evening for basketball, but it is here nonetheless. So we are ready to go here momentarily. Bloom-Carroll comes in 15-4 overall, 10-2 in the Mid-State League Buckeye Division. Liberty Union 6-11, 5-7 in the MSL. Bloom-Carroll still an opportunity to win a share of the Mid-State League Buckeye Division. They have to win tonight's game, and then a win on Friday night against Fairfield Union would give them that opportunity for a three-way tie with Taze Valley as well. So a lot on the line for Bloom-Carroll. Meanwhile, Liberty Union just trying to go out on a high note as they wrap up the regular season. It's been a bit of a tough year. We'll get into that a little bit later for Liberty Union. Some injuries certainly having some issues for Liberty Union. They'll name the starting lineups while they're going over those here in the arena. For Bloom-Carroll, it's Reese Pittman, a senior guard. Emily Bratton, a sophomore guard. Reagan Hardiker, a sophomore swing player, guard and post player. Logan Hardiker, a senior post player, and Emma Seagraves, a junior post player. For Liberty Union, Alexis Leith, a freshman, Ember McClaskey, a senior, Delaney Peck, a junior, Ella Brown, a freshman, and Morgan Love, a freshman. Tonight's tip-off is brought to you by North Body Shop, providing quality customer service, parts, and reliability since 1979. Owner Mark North will provide you with a free written warranty on each estimate. That's Mark North of North Body Shop. We'll treat you right. And we're underway here from Liberty Union in Baltimore. Glad you've joined us in our IVP Sports crew as Emily Bratton gives it up. And a pass intercepted by Amber McCleskey. Inside and off the hands of Alexis Leaf, who would have had an easy layup had she been able to corral that one. But instead it'll be a turnover. And over to Bloom-Carroll. As you see head coach Andy Schmitz in his third season with the Lady Lions. So Liberty Union team winning 3 straight coming in. And there's a 3 knocked down by Marissa Wilkinson. So an early 3-0 lead. There's a nice play defensively by Logan Hardacre. Top of the key. Here's Bratton dishing it off. Pittman tees it up. That's off the mark, out of bounds, and it'll go over to Liberty Union. Lady Lions come in winning, as I mentioned, 3 straight. Bloom-Carroll winners of 2 in a row. In fact, they are 6-2 since the first of the year. And they're a team that seems to be hitting their stride at the right time. A bit of a younger team, not a ton of seniors, but nonetheless a good team. And here's McClaskey around the top of the key it goes. A lot of ball movement here. Love off the side of the backboard for 3. Out of bounds it goes off of Emily Bratton, and over to Liberty Union, or excuse me, Bloom-Carroll. 3-0 early on. There's a 3 ball on the way, off the mark, rebound tapped right in front of you. And a lot of good ball movement. Here's another 3 ball off the back flange. And another rebound for Bloom-Carroll. Another 3, and it's knocked down. Marissa Wilkinson, another 3, and a timeout taken by Liberty Union. Our timeouts tonight are brought to you by the Carriage Company, located at 1031 North Memorial Drive in Lancaster. You can check out their website at carriagecompany.com. Talking with one of the assistant coaches for Bloom-Carroll before the game, and she said, I think her direct quote was, we take a lot of threes, and absolutely they do, as we've seen that already. Marissa Wilkinson, a sophomore, averaging 9 points a game, got both of the 6 points for Bloom-Carroll. As they come in, a team that really likes to get a little inside-out game. Coach A.J. Ireland talks about his team really playing together. So it's extremely coachable, and it's such a joy to have the opportunity to coach this team. And you can see why when you get the good ball move they've had so far. See if Liberty Union can get something going offensively. Here's Delaney Peck going to the glass, and too strong. And there for the putback is Ella Brown, but it's too strong as well. Bulldogs want to run. Emily Bratton, a sophomore, handles the ball very well. There's a 3, too strong, and a fight underneath the basket, and a held ball as Ember McClaskey was in there. And the Lions will have the basketball. (6-0) the lead for Bloom-Carroll, as Liberty Union trying to dent the scoreboard here early on. McClaskey gets a touch in the high post, top of the key to Brown around a screen. And Savannah Howe picks up her dribble, finds McClaskey. Inside, deflected, and right to Leaf, who misses the bunny, and the rebound pulled away by Bloom-Carroll. Bulldogs really like to spread it out. Very perimeter-oriented team, although they get it inside the post, and a foul is called. That's going to go in the post, as it looked like it was Logan Hardacre who got shoved underneath. Alexis Leaf picks up her first, the freshman. Lions come away with it inside to McClaskey. Almost had it stripped. Here's Peck. Trying to feed it in the post, but they've had some difficulty. Good active hands by Bloom-Carroll. McClaskey trapped in the corner and turns it over. Ahead it goes to Bratton. Peck will knock it away. Nice defense. Comes the trap and a turnover. Ahead to Bratton. Bratton will coast in and lay it off the glass. Too strong with the left hand. She was almost too open there. Still 6-0. Both threes by Marissa Wilkinson, the difference right now. Peck dishes it off. Howell gets it back to Leaf. A little give and go, but active hands denies the pass. And it will stay with Liberty Union as we are under 4 minutes to play in the opening quarter. Howell gets it in. 3 on the way and too strong for Brown. For the freshman averaging 7.4 per game. Another 3 by Wilkinson, rims out. Hardacre comes away with it. Loose ball. Swinging around. Another try for Wilkinson. It's off the mark. And finally, McClaskey trying to speed it up on the break, but has it knocked away. Good defense by Emily Bratton. Good defense we've seen so far by Bloom-Carroll, trying to keep Liberty Union off the scoreboard. Bloom-Carroll won 45-34 back in December 3rd. These two teams split the two meetings last year, both winning on their home court. Peck stops at the elbow, and now finding an open shooter, and that is Brown, who's too strong. Head to Bratton, who's one of the best ball handlers in the league. She goes to the rack and is fouled. Coach Ireland says that Emily Bratton's had an incredible season, and why not? A young lady that has had a lot of accolades and really looks like that she has the opportunity to play at the next level. As you get a good look at the sophomore. Averaging 15 a game. First free throw is good for her. Alexis Leaf picks up the foul, her second, and she will head to the bench with those 2 fouls. Natalie Lang among the substitutes for Bloom-Carroll, as Bratton will have 1 more, and she drains it. 8-0 in favor of Bloom-Carroll. Bulldogs have had a lot of opportunities. Liberty Union a little struggle on the offensive ends. That one's poked away. Nice job by Marissa Wilkinson. We'll talk about her in a little bit. Going in and a lot of contact, but no foul called as Ella Brown tried to take it into the basket. Wilkinson catches on the wing. Deep look by Pittman. It's off the front iron. And the Lions come away with it. Peck trying to go in, goes to the basket, and 1. Nice move by Delaney Peck.
Basket's good by Delaney Peck.
And she finally gets LU on the scoreboard.
Marissa Wilkinson.
Wilkinson picks up her first.
Team first.
Delaney Peck will try and make it a 3-point play. She comes in, the junior averages 8 points a game, and give her 3 on that. And it's an 8-3 margin as we near 2 minutes to play in this opening quarter. Pittman in trouble on the sideline. That one, whoa, I don't know how they kept that in bounds. And it's caught by Lang, dishes it over. Wilkinson fires for 3. It's off the mark. Well, as advertised, the Bulldogs have shot a lot of threes. They just haven't knocked down too many. Some contact there, no foul, ball loose. Bodies all over the place. Bulldogs come away with it. A little helter-skelter in the last 2 minutes of this quarter. Bulldogs will show a little patience. Nice pass there by Bratton. A little bounce pass into number 25. That's Alyssa Brown. Alyssa Brown missed the first one.
Entering for Liberty Union, number 33, Paige DeVoe.
Paige DeVoe checks in. One more at the line for Alyssa Brown. And she knocks it down. 9-3 in favor of the Bulldogs. Peck goes in, a little floater is good for Delaney Peck. 5 for her already. Cuts it to a 4-point game as we near the 1-minute mark of the quarter. Here's Pittman down to Wilkinson, who's had a hot quarter. Find Lang at the paint. Pull-up jumper is no good for Bratton. Knocked out of bounds, and it'll go over to Liberty Union with 50 ticks left. Brown still trying to get in the score sheet. Now inside to McClaskey. Turnaround, too strong. Good look, though, for McClaskey. She had to muscle that one in there. Here's Brown driving baseline, dishes it off, and Lang was not ready for that one. And it'll go over to Liberty Union. Natalie Lang could have had a layup there, but just not quite ready for that bounce pass. We'll see if the Lions hold for the last shot. McClaskey will set the screen, gets the ball, goes in, too strong. Underneath, Love pulls out the rebound. Down to 10 seconds. Here's Peck to McClaskey. Back in her defender down, and she lays it in. Ember McClaskey with the basket. A heave from half court is off the mark, and that will take us to the end of the first quarter with the score Bloom-Carroll 9 and Liberty Union 7. And I mentioned here off the top of this broadcast that we're coming to you from Barr Court here at Liberty Union High School. Of course, Barr, the head coach here, who led the Lions to their state championship back in 1993. There you see the banner, and passed away 2 years ago at the end of 2020. Coached 19 seasons here at Liberty Union, 296 wins. In this offseason, they decided to name the court after Dell. Just a great honor for a great man. That 93 team, 28-0, perfect record. Coach Barr was Division II Coach of the Year, and he ended up with 402 career wins and had 7 years of 20 wins or more. And I can tell you, working with Dell in radio back in the day, he was a great person as well as a great coach. So a nice honor to name this gymnasium Barr Court, which was named back in December of this past year. So congrats for the folks here at Liberty Union to name that honor for a well-deserved Barr. So it is going to be Bloom-Carroll basketball here to start the second quarter. As a big basket by Ember McClaskey cut the deficit to 2 for Liberty Union. Tightens things up here as we start the second quarter. And a pass intercepted by Delaney Peck. Peck, spin move, puts it up and draws the foul. Nice anticipation there by Delaney Peck. She saw that pass going across the court, was able to intercept it, and then draws the foul. And Emily Bratton picks up her first personal, and Peck will be at the line. First free throw is good. 6 for Delaney Peck, who averages 8 per game. Trying to fill the void for Liberty Union. She knocks down the second free throw. Team that had a good run a year ago, got all the way to the district final, lost to Worthington Christian, team that really caught fire at the end of the year, especially thanks to Abby Riddle, who unfortunately tore her ACL and is out for the year. There's some tough defense. played over in the corner, and a knockdown three by Bratton. 5 for Emily Bratton, and it makes it 12-9. Dish inside, Brown tries a little jump hook, and it is knocked out of bounds, and it will stay with the Lions. But back to the point about losing Riddle, that's 18 points per game that she had last year. In fact, in their tournament run, in the last 7 games, including their tournament run, she was averaging 24 points. That's a team that got hot at the right time, and certainly missing Abby Riddle, who is a junior, as there's a foul committed in the front court. Riddle hopefully will be back next year, and she's already committed to play at Bowling Green. But you add that to the fact that Caroline Burlekamp, who was a big part of last year's team, chose not to play basketball this year. So 2 big holes to fill if you're Liberty Union. And you look at the record for the Lions, 6-11 coming into tonight's game. A big reason why they've struggled a little bit is the fact that they are missing some big pieces from a year ago as Lang gets the layup. (14-9) the score in favor of Bloom-Carroll. There's a little hand check called out top on Alyssa Brown, picking up her first on the junior post player. And a couple subs coming in now for Bloom-Carroll. And Seagraves, talented junior, transferred in from the state of Colorado. Nice addition, according to Coach Ireland. She's worked extremely hard and has been an incredible addition. Peck dishes it off. And contact and no call. Surprisingly, as DeVoe bumps into a defender. You would think there'd be a call one way or another on that one, but the refs are going to let him play. Inside, McClaskey deflects it. Here's an open three off the front iron, and that is Hahn. And a whistle and a foul on the rebound, and it's going to go against Bloom-Carroll.
Bulldogs fouls on Alyssa Brown, her second.
Going to go on Brown.
For Bloom-Carroll,
her second.
Logan
Hardacre is going to come back in. As Brown will have a seat with those 2 fouls as we're inside of 6 minutes to play in the half. See if one of these teams can go on a little bit of run offensively. Cross-court dangerous pass. Love gets it, finds McClaskey. Back to Love. Thought about the 3. Now here's Brown. Another skip pass to DeVoe. She'll tee it up off the front rim. Behind the back goes Bratton. Bratton going to the basket and lays it in. How about that? 7 for Emily Bratton. And folks, she's just a sophomore, and a traveling violation will turn it over to Liberty Union. Or excuse me, it's turn it over to Bloom-Carroll. You saw Emily Bratton go behind the back, and you knew she was just going to go in for the basket, and she made it work. And a whistle and a foul is going to be called. That's going to go on Morgan Love, her first.
Morgan Love, her second.
Check that, that's 2 on Morgan Love, who will quickly head to the bench with those 2 fouls. A couple of players on both sides in foul trouble. Alyssa Brown with 2, Love with 2. Rebound track down in the court, another possession for Bloom-Carroll, and a foul's going to get called near the elbow.
Lions fouls charged to Delaney Peck, her second, team 6th.
Delaney Peck will pick up her second. And Coach Schmitz is going to stay with her. Valuable piece that Delaney Peck is, though. You need her out there for the offense. There's a lob inside and knocked away from Seagraves. Good defense in the interior for Liberty Union. Coming off a screen, it's DeVoe. Dishing it off. And now a foul's going to be called as Howell drove in.
Foul charge to Sophia Hahn, her first.
And Sophia Hahn will pick up her first foul. That's now 5 team fouls on Bloom-Carroll, 6 on Liberty Union. McClaskey getting physical underneath. No whistle. It looks like a player may have lost a contact. That is Logan Hardacre, who's holding her eye, maybe trying to put a contact back in. Long threes off the mark. Brown comes away with it. And now Peck's going to back it out and reload. Swinging around to McClaskey. Inside of 4 minutes to go in the half. Lions need a basket here in this possession. That one nearly picked from the pocket of Ella Brown. Peck finds Brown. Now to DeVoe. McClaskey back to DeVoe. High off the window. And a whistle and a tie-up, and the arrow belongs to Liberty Union. And looks like they are looking for a contact. Yep. Thought she lost the contact. She had a finger up in the eye trying to catch it, and must have popped out because that was a bit of a collision in the post on the other possession. Now they're going to clean it out with a little water. You'd think they may carry a little eye solution or something to clean those out before you put them back in your eye, but got to use what you got, and water bottle's what they've got. So the contact is back in its right place, and we are ready to go. McClaskey catches on the high post. Gives it up. Here's DeVoe. Finding Brown. Tees it up for 3. Rims out. Liberty Union just cannot buy one from the outside. Ball knocked out of bounds. Lion fans thought it should be their ball, but it will be BC's basketball. Wilkinson, who was sitting with early foul, back into the game, has a couple of threes. Pass is knocked away by McClaskey, and now a tie-up. Actually, it's going to be a whistle and a foul. Reach-in can be committed by Emma Seagraves. That'll be her first.
Foul charge to number 23, Emma Seagraves, her first.
That's 16 fouls, so both teams are in the bonus the rest of the way. I should say the next foul will put both teams in the bonus as DeVoe catches it in the wing. Looking inside and throw it away, trying to get Al flashing to the block. Skip pass, nice ball movement inside. It goes to Seagraves, and she banks it in. First bucket tonight for Emma Seagraves, and a timeout taken by Liberty Union. With 2:13 to go in the half. As a reminder, our timeouts tonight brought to you by the Carriage Company. A lot of basketball left to be played as we get down to the end of the schedule, the regular season. Bloom-Carroll will play tonight, and then Wednesday night home against Worthington Christian, and a big one Friday night at Liberty Union, or excuse me, at Fairfield Union. If they're able to win here tonight in this Mid-State League game and then win Friday night, as I mentioned off the top, they have a chance with Taze Valley and Fairfield Union to share a piece of the Mid-State League Buckeye division. So a big game tonight, certainly for Bloom-Carroll. For Liberty Union, meanwhile, they come in after tonight. They will play home against Licking Valley on Wednesday, turn around Thursday and host Taze Valley in another makeup game, and then wrap up the regular season against Lakewood on the road on Saturday. we'll get in a little bit later with tournament play and talk about that. As the draw took place last weekend, the boys took place just yesterday. We'll have a few tournament games for you coming up here on IVP Sports as well. A couple more regular season games to go as well. A big one on Friday night. Big boys matchup between Bloom-Carroll and Fairfield Union. And there's a pass errant intended for McClaskey. Lions just not consistent on the offensive end tonight. It's been a bit of a struggle. And Bloom-Carroll's been a little bit more consistent, certainly playing some tough defense until they get some shots to fall. They've had a few. Here's Bratton. That one's off the mark. And out of bounds, and they're going to say it will stay with the Bulldogs. 1:37 to go here in the half. Wilkinson, who's had a hot hand from behind the arc, picks up her dribble, goes inside. Nice denial by McClaskey. Turns it over as Peck comes away with it. And that's going to be a double dribble as McClaskey just couldn't get a good handle on it. That's one of those you might be better off just pick guard to come help. Inside, nice feed and a nice finish by Emma Seagraves. And a nice feed to her as well. Peck dishes it off. Top of the key, it goes to Ella Brown. Brown will find Leith, and Leith is fouled, trying to turn and go towards the basket. Fouled with 54 seconds to go. And that will be the 17th foul on Bloom-Carroll, so it will put Alexis Leith at the line. Hardacre picks up her first, Logan Hardacre that is. Leith first free throw is off the back iron and taken away by the Bulldogs. I say Leith has had a good year as a freshman, worked her way into the starting lineup, doing a really good job rebounding and good at finding open areas and making the right pass, says Coach Andy Schmitz. There's Brad, nice spin move, pull up, it's good off the glass. There's one for the highlight reel for sure for Emily Bratton. And she's got 9 already. We're inside of 20 seconds to go. Deep three is good for Ella Brown. Her first basket of the night, and maybe that'll get the Lion offense going. Down to 5 seconds. Bratton, pull up for three, off the back iron, and that will take us to the half. With the score, Bloom-Carroll 22, Liberty Union 12. Definitely an entertaining first half for sure. And we will take a timeout and be back with the halftime report in a moment. You're watching the IVP Sports Buffalo Wild Wings Game of the Week.
Hi, I'm Burbridge Cook, Executive Director at Connection West. We are a community center focused on helping families with their immediate needs while walking alongside them with programming to help equip them for generational change. This month, we are very grateful to be chosen as a recipient of Buckeye Toyota's Buckeye Cares program. That means Buckeye Toyota will make a very generous donation for every vehicle sold this month. Thank you, Buckeye Toyota, for helping our community.
Thank you for calling Buckeye Toyota. How may I help you?
The Frankie Smith Funeral Home and Crematory in Lancaster and the Johnson Smith Funeral Home in Baltimore have a long and wonderful history of serving our community. Feel free to give us a call at 740-653-0652. Stop in and see us at either of our 2 locations, 405 North Columbus Street in Lancaster, and 207 South Main Street in Baltimore. Respect for tradition, regard for change.
Fairfield Medical Center took care of me like I was family.
I was made to feel like I was the only person that they were going to see that day, even though I knew that wasn't the case.
Everyone at Fairfield Medical Center was very attentive. They just put my mind at ease.
I was there for 12 days, and I felt comfortable there.
We were people to them, not a number. They took the time to get to know us, our personalities.
Well, they saved my life. You know, how do you beat that?
I don't know how I could have gotten through it without them.
Experience Fairfield Medical Center.
Come experience the Huddle Tire difference. Locally owned and operated since 1910, we're your independent tire and auto repair shop. We carry all major brands of tires, including Goodyear, Cooper, BF Goodrich, and many more. But we're more than just tires. From safety inspections to alignments, brakes, shocks, and struts, even preventive maintenance, we can handle it all. Enjoy the ride at Huddle Tire Company, 300 South Columbus Street, or we can be reached at our website at huddletire.com.
Good shot, though. That was a good one.
Welcome back to Liberty Union High School. We're at halftime as the Lady Bulldogs of Bloom-Carroll lead the Lady Lions 22-12. Josh Messleby along with our IVP Sports crew, and really a good first half for Bloom-Carroll. A little bit of a slow start. They had a slim lead, 9-7 at the end of one, but really turned it on in that second quarter, outscoring Liberty Union 13-5 to build up a 10-point halftime advantage. No surprise, Bloom-Carroll led offensively by Emily Bratton with 9 points, also 6 from Marissa Wilkinson, including 2 from behind the arc, and 4 for Emma Seagraves. Liberty Union, they were led by Delaney Peck with 7, and Ella Brown contributed to 3 as well, and Amber McClaskey with 2 as well. I want to remind you, tonight's halftime is brought to you by Fairfield Federal. Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan Association is your Fairfield County community bank specializing in home mortgage loans. They've been serving the Lancaster community since 1895. Stop in and see us today at any of our 3 locations in Lancaster on Main Street in downtown, or West Fair Avenue, or in Pickerington on Cross Creeks Boulevard. We are banking that revolves around you. Also, tonight's game is brought to you by Fairfield DD. Fairfield DD supporting more than 1,200 people with developmental disabilities and their families in Fairfield County, bringing about a vibrant community where people can lead fulfilling lives and make meaningful contributions. Having a little bit of a three-point shooting contest out there at halftime, so we'll see maybe some future Lions out there as well, giving it their all, and some folks who just want to put up some hard-earned money to see if they can knock down a basket. We'll be back with second half action in a moment. 22-12, Bulldogs lead it. You're watching the IVP Sports Buffalo Wild Wings Game of the Week.
Some good arc to it. Who's up? Who's up? Hinton? All right, here we are.
Hi, I'm Carol Whittington, and I would like to invite you to stop by Personal Touch Party Rentals and Events, located at 1540 Hubbard Drive in Lancaster. We are a small family-owned business and have been servicing the Central Ohio and Hocking Hills area since 2003. Graduations with a personal touch, weddings with a personal touch, corporate events with a personal touch. Please call us today for all your party rental needs. 740-689-6991.
Life is unpredictable. That's why estate planning is important. Estate planning provides you comfort and peace of mind knowing that you're taking care of your loved ones and ensuring your legacy lives on just as you envisioned. You lived a life that is beautifully and uniquely yours. You deserve an estate planning attorney who understands that and creates a plan as unique as you and in the best interest of your loved ones. You deserve the local, trusted, experienced attorneys at Dagger Law.
Swing into the Carriage Company and check out our sweet deals.
If you're looking for the best selection of clean, quality used vehicles, look no further than the Carriage Company. You'll feel secure with your purchase, knowing all vehicles undergo an extensive safety and service check prior to the sale. And all vehicles can be viewed online at carriagecompany.com. The Carriage Company, located at 1031 North Memorial Drive in Lancaster.
So wait!
Hi again, everybody. Welcome to the high school football game of the week. I'm
we've got a great one for you. The Bloom-Carroll Bulldogs.
It was a great week of practice. Even in the rain and the weather, we had a great week of practice.
Schneider, lots of running room to midfield. He's gone. Ryan Schneider down the near sideline for a touchdown for the Aces.
We have a hold on the offense, number 20. That penalty will be declined. They'll bring up 4th down.
We're going to give you this game ball here because you're a Tiberios fan of the game, and thanks for being here, Jacob.
Thank you. The Polar Bears are your OAC tournament champions, first time since 2009. What an exciting finish for the Ohio Northern Polar Bears.
And be very proud of this trophy because you have earned it.
IVP Sports presents the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Basketball Game of the Week. Brought to you by Fairfield Medical Center, Dagger Law, the Frank E. Smith Funeral Home, Fairfield Federal, the Carriage Company, the Savings Bank, Fairfield DD, Personal Touch Party Rentals and Events, the Edwards Insurance Agency, Buckeye Toyota, Huddle Tire and Auto, and North Body Shop.
(22-12). The Lady Bulldogs of Bloom-Carroll lead the Lady Lions of Liberty Union here at Liberty Union High School. Josh Messerly and our entire IVP Sports crew here with you as we get ready to start second half action. We'll remind you we've got another game coming up for you on Friday night coming from Bloom-Carroll High School, as it will be the Fairfield Union Falcons taking on the Bloom-Carroll Bulldogs in boys basketball. It's always an entertaining game. There you see coming up on Friday night. I think the weather will cooperate this Friday. Did not cooperate for our game last Friday. I know we're supposed to get a little bit of snow on Friday, but I think it's just going to be a dusting, hopefully. So should be able to get that one in for you on Friday night, and then we'll have another game coming for you next week to wrap up our regular season. That game will be determined at some point next week. But then we'll have some tournament games for you as well as we try and do that. So getting towards the end of the regular season. Ran through both of these teams' upcoming schedules, but we can talk about the tournament. And for Bloom-Carroll, they will play next Tuesday, the 15th in the sectionals. They drew the number 6 seed in the Division II Columbus II district, and they will take on number 14th seed Buckeye Valley. For Liberty Union, meanwhile, they are in Division III, and they will play on Saturday, February 19th. They drew the 17 seed in the Columbus II district of Division III, and the Lions will play the winner of number 15 Elgin and number 11 Harvest Prep. So that game will take place prior to the 19th, and the winner of that game will play the Lions. That will most likely be on, well, it would be, got to be on either team's home floor. It'll be at either Elgin or Harvest Prep, since both are higher seeded than Liberty Union. And we are ready to go for second half action as Bloom-Carroll will have basketball. Reese Pittman, who's averaging in double figures, pretty quiet, but Emily Bratton's picked up the slat as Pittman got it and gave it back to Bratton, who will fire for 3 and miss. Laney Peck, who had a very nice first half, comes away with the board. Inside. Lions like to go a little inside out. They're usually successful when they can get post touches. They've been able to do that tonight, just not able to finish as that one's deflected. We've seen a lot of those. A nice job by Leith to dig it out. 3's off the mark for Love, and a foul. And like a contact to Emma Seagraves, who's down on the floor. Didn't quite see exactly where that contact came from. As Seagraves down the floor, both teams huddling up. Seagraves, a junior, plays in the post, averages 8 points a game. She's still down, being attended to by training staff, and Coach Ireland out there as well. So 7:22 to go here in the third quarter. Still a 10-point advantage for Bloom-Carroll. Now a good sign that she's at least sitting upright. At least to a seated position now. And we'll see. Looks like she's laughing maybe a little bit, or at least Coach Ireland is, so that's typically a good sign. And she's up on her feet now. And she walks off, so that's a good sign that Emma Seagraves is up and going to the bench, and she'll take a seat. See if she'll come back in the ball game. Been a physical game as we had Seagraves get bumped there, and then another player lost a contact earlier, and certainly been a full contact sport tonight. As Love will trigger it in. Brown gets it, now finds Peck. They're trying to get inside to McClaskey, but she's been double teamed, and that'll help as Ella Brown knocks down the three. Her second of the night. Makes it a 7-point game. It's like a little bit of a zone here for Liberty Union. Bratton cuts through and lays it in. Well, that's how you beat the zone if you're going to face that on defense, is just have Emily Bratton knife through it and get to the basket. Peck in trouble, picked up her dribble. It does find Brown, and then an offensive foul is called. And a push-off is going to go on Delaney Peck, her third. That's the first of the half on the Lions. Certainly they cannot afford to have Delaney Peck in foul difficulty. Skip pass over in the corner. Wilkinson knocks down a three. 9 for Wilkinson. Oh, I beg your pardon. That was Pittman who knocks down the three. That's her first of the night. Sometimes with the hair, it's a little tough to see the one or the two. And the foul's going to go on Reese Pittman, her second. McClaskey, top of the key. There's a deep three. And a long rebound goes to Emily Bratton. Bratton, good ball handler. Driving in, got in trouble. Pittman there to bail her out, and she knocks down the triple. Back to back for Reese Pittman, 6 in the half. And the largest lead for Bloom-Carroll at 15. And a foul, no, traveling violation is going to go on Liberty Union is Logan Hardacre there to take the charge. Kind of got toppled over like a bowling pin, but I say it was traveling before the contact. Pittman finds Wilkinson. Skip pass to Bratton. Nice feed inside to Lang. Turn around, nice move, and she finishes. That ball nearly popped out on Natalie Lang, but she gets it to fall. 4 for her, and a foul in the backcourt.
Bloom-Carroll fouls on Marissa Wilkinson.
Marissa Wilkinson picks up her third. Team second.
Checking in for the Bulldogs, number 21.
As Sophia Hahn will check in. A 17-point advantage for the Bulldogs, their largest lead of the night. Led by 10 at the break. There's Leith giving it up. Give credit to Bloom-Carroll. They've really clogged up the post and really made it tough for Liberty Union to try and get the ball inside, which the Lions like to do. And a nice play defensively by Hardacre to come up with the steal. Hahn dishes it off. Bratton misses the three. And nearly turned over, and is. Bratton comes away with it, goes in through the contact, misses the layup, and a foul going to come after the shot. I don't think Bratton believes that there wasn't contact there.
Bloom-Carroll foul charge to number 4.
Maybe a little bit disbelief as Lang picks up her first. Third team foul on BC here in the half. Crossover, pull-up jumper. It's off the mark, tapped out. Bratton comes away with it through contact and one. You're not going to stop Emily Bratton when she has a full head of steam. Lions could not there, and she'll go the line to shoot a free throw. Zimber McClaskey picks up her first. It's off the mark, rebound tapped out, and it'll go over to Liberty Union. Bratton with a baker's dozen on the night to lead all scores. Almost to her average of 15. But she's still got a little more than a quarter to go. Nearly a quarter and a half, I should say, to go. Peck finds Leith. Peck crossover, thought about the three, and nice active hands and a foul committed as Hahn comes away at the steal and draws the foul on Delaney Peck. That's her fourth. Let's see if Coach Schmitz will go to his bench with the foul trouble. He's got no choice, I think, to bring in Paige DeVoe for Delaney Peck, who with 3.5 to go in the third is going to have to sit with 4 fouls. Bratton started taking over late in the first half. 3 on the way. It's good for Sophia Hahn, her first basket of the night. Everything falling here in the second half for Bloom-Carroll. Timeout taken by Liberty Union. And it's been a very good start to the second half for Bloom-Carroll, as they led 22-12 at the break and just started expanding it ever since to 37-15. Emily Bratton with 13, 6 for Marissa Wilkinson, 6 also for Reese Pittman, coming all here in the second half. Sophia Hahn with 3. And here's another look at that three by Hahn. She was wide open on the wing, and she buries it. And Sophia Hahn gets in the scorebook for the first time tonight. Here late in the third quarter. The Liberty Union team who came in playing pretty good basketball, winning 3 straight, including a nice win on the road back on February 1st, 53-28 at Hamilton Township. In fact, both of these teams have not played in about 6 days, thanks to the winter storm we had over the weekend, and certainly disrupting everybody's schedule. But you have to wonder if perhaps Liberty Union's been more impacted by Bloom-Carroll. At least seems that way so far. The Lions just trying to get something going offensively here in the second half, which they have not been able to do. Love finds McClaskey. Right now just trying to work the kinks out. Nice backdoor feed, but unable to hold on to it was DeVoe, and she had to pass it out of the post. Nice work there by McClaskey, but can't get it to fall as Lang pulls away the board. Bratton's going to start to slow it down. Inside, Lang calling for the ball, and she is called for traveling. Took a step before she got rid of it.
For the Lions, Ella Brown.
And now Ella Brown will check back in for the Lions. We tick down near 2 minutes to play. Love catches, finds McClaskey. Top of the key it goes to Brown. Now Leaf in trouble. Finds McClaskey. Here comes the double team. Leaf called for the double dribble, or rather that was Howell called for the double dribble.
Returning for the Bulldogs, number 14, Logan Hardacre.
Hardacre comes back in for Bloom-Carroll. Bulldogs trying to show a little patience here in this possession. Howell guarding Pittman finds Bratton. And Bratton's going to take the three. And why not when you can do that? 16 for Emily Bratton, besting her season average by 1. And a reach-in foul is going to be called.
That foul is on Alyssa Brown.
Alyssa Brown will pick up her third. Team fouls are now 4 on Bloom-Carroll, 3 on Liberty Union. We near 1 minute to play in the quarter. Here goes Brown, missing the shot. Bratton comes away with it. Bratton in trouble, looking for a teammate. Nearly turns it over. Swing it to Hardacre. Now a three in the corner is no good. But the rebound is pulled down by Hardacre, who steps on the baseline.
Number 15, Alexis Lee, for number 4.
Comes with 35 seconds to go. Coming up at the end of the third quarter, we will thank and acknowledge our IVP Sports crew with us tonight. Inside of a half minute to play in the quarter. Crossover. Now into the ball game is Hook Rattle, or Hook Rattle rather, and three's off the mark. Bratton launches for 3. It's good. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter. 19 in the game for Emily Bratton, 10 here in the third quarter alone. Makes it 43-15 in favor of Bloom-Carroll at the end of 3. And time now to thank and acknowledge our IVP Sports crew with us tonight. Our director is Shane Messina. Donnie Ziegfeld is on scoreboard and graphics. There's Tom Russo running our baseline camera tonight. Up top is Jason Roush, and there's Jason on your right-hand side. Shane getting into it a little bit. Donnie's kind of hidden back there. And also with us tonight, Albertina Mathewson, who's observing, a student observer, learning what we do and how we do it. And she may want to do more of this type of stuff, or she may not after being with us tonight. You never know how that can go. But glad to have Albertina with us tonight and our entire IVP Sports crew. There you get a good look inside of the huddle, and Coach Andy Schmitz drawing up a play for his team, and I'm sure at this point just trying to execute the basics and figure out the best way to move on from this game. Certainly a tough third quarter for Liberty Union, outscored 21-3, and Bloom-Carroll really opening up some space in this one. 43-15 in favor of Bloom-Carroll. 3 on the way by DeVoe. An air ball, but there to put it up, and Love could not finish. And our reach-in foul will be committed as Logan Hardacre secured that rebound. Foul is going to go on Morgan Love. They put number 25 up on the board. I was like, wait a second, they're in the 25 on Liberty Union's roster. So Morgan Love actually committed that foul, her third. 4 team fouls apiece. There's Wilkinson, who had a good first quarter to get the Bulldogs off with a couple of threes. Bratton took over in the third. Liberty Union, in fact, had it to a 2-point game at the end of the first quarter. About as close as they got. Here's a 3 off the mark by Emily Bratton. But another rebound by Hardacre, and just couldn't keep it on her fingertips as it rolls off and out of bounds and over to to Liberty Union rather. Inside and good for Alexis Leith, her first 2 of the night. Averaging 4.5 a game, and she was kept pretty quiet to that point. Here's Bratton going in through the contact, and she'll go to the line. Slow start for Emily Bratton, but she certainly turned it on here in the second half. Alexis Leith picks up her third. First free throw is good. One more for Bratton. And knocks down the free throw. Her ball handling skills, certainly we were impressed by them last year, but just seemed like they've improved from her freshman to sophomore year. And 2 more years for her. You wonder how much better she can get. And I'm sure she'll have a lot of college attention as that one's turned over to Bloom-Carroll. We tick down inside of 6.5 to play in this one, all Bulldogs. Hahn thought about launching in the corner, but thought better of it. Bratton dishes. Pittman. No. Love with the board. Trying to get a little help, and she does from Ella Brown. And off the hands of Paige DeVoe and over to Bloom-Carroll. Delaney Peck and Ember McClaskey check back in for the Lions. Alyssa Brown also coming back in for BC. Certainly certainly impressive to watch this Bloom-Carroll team really move the ball, zip it in and out. As you see a turnover there. So never fails the announcer jinx. You start talking about how well they move the ball. And it never fails as there's a 3 knocked down by Wilkinson. She's got 9 in the game, all from behind the arc. Peck going to work, and she's called for steps. Got a head of steam built up. Delaney Peck's though seen some limited minutes here in the second half because of foul trouble. Playing with those 4 fouls. Reese Pittman has it inside to Lang, who was calling for it. Power dribble, in trouble, and 3 seconds called. She was holding it there for a while and didn't really have help, and she really had 2 options, either to try and pass it or put it up. She just ran out of time. We're inside of 5 minutes to go in this one. Corner that's hook rattle. Brown gives it up to Peck, inside to McClaskey in the post, turns around, off the window, doesn't fall, but Ember McClaskey does pick up a foul on Bloom-Carroll's Sophia Hahn. It'll be her second, and Ember McClaskey will go to the line, who comes in averaging 7 points a game. 2 so far for her tonight. And you see her right there. First free throw is good.
Number 11,
Peyton DeVoe checking in for Liberty Union. McClaskey one more at the line. Too strong. Knifing in was Brown, had it poked away. She's trying to go strong as McClaskey comes away with the turnover. Here comes Peck. Goes in, puts it off the glass, too strong. And a 3 on the way. It's good for Sophia Hahn. 6 for Sophia. All coming here in the second half. And Bloom-Carroll getting close to a running clock here. McClaskey turn around, high off the window, and good for Ember McClaskey. 5 for Ember. As we hit 3.5 to play. Coming up, we'll have our players of the game for both schools. Try and get that the next dead ball. Hahn saves it in the corner. That's deflected out of bounds, and Delaney Peck knocks it out of play. Our Edwards Insurance player of the game for Bloom-Carroll. Brought to you by Edwards Insurance Agency, an independent insurance agency with over 60 years of experience. See the difference personal care makes. Contact the Edwards Insurance Agency for all your insurance needs at 740-653-4004. Well, I would say Emily Bratton for Bloom-Carroll. I would say the easy choice tonight. 21 points. Some of the moves that number 3 put on Liberty Union tonight were just fantastic with her ball handling. So easy choice for Emily Bratton as our player of the games. There you see her on the bench. Watching the rest of this one with her team comfortably ahead. So congratulations to Emily Bratton. And the next whistle will try and get you the Liberty Union player of the game. Long rebound tapped back out. On inside, wide open, and finishing is Alyssa Brown. 3 for her on the night. Peck knifes through and lays it in. 9 for Delaney Peck. Wilkinson with a dangerous pass. Around it goes to Brooks. Inside to Hahn, who will throw it into the backcourt and a turnover. Our Liberty Union player of the game brought to you by the Savings Bank, where community always comes first. The Savings Bank's proud of our heritage, founded by local people, committing to serving individuals and businesses in southeastern Ohio. Learn more at savingsbank.com. And I would say Delaney Peck for Liberty Union, 9 points on the night. Number 23 had some foul trouble tonight, but certainly had some contributions. You see her on the bench. Perhaps her night is over as well. That one's off the mark. But Delaney Peck, our Savings Bank player of the game. Congrats to her. As we are inside of 90 seconds to play in this one. You see a lot of reserve players out there. Threes off the mark by Brooks. Tessa Brooks, 3 opportunity. Charlie Conrad also out there as well. And there's Leaf. Leaf gives it up to Peyton DeVoe. Inside of a minute to go. And a whistle and a foul going to be called inside. Alexis Leaf gets fouled as Charlie Conrad picks up her first. Reagan Hardacre will check in. And she will replace Natalie Lang. 53 ticks to go. Inside, a nice move, a foul, and a basket for Morgan Love. As Love gets on the score sheet.
That was on Hardacre, her first.
Reagan Hardacre picks up her first personal. Free throw, no good. Conrad comes up with the rebound. Down to 48 seconds. Bounce pass, and we're going to get a tie-up. And it will go to the Bulldogs at 39 seconds. Bulldogs may try and get another one in here with some of the younger players trying to get an opportunity to score. You don't always get those opportunities. There's Abby Kamek. And a ball's knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Bloom-Carroll with 21 seconds to go. Inside, nice feed, but Hardacre cannot finish. Down to 12 seconds. Lions push it into the front court. Nice dish to Love through contact, and she is fouled with 5 seconds to go. And Morgan Love will go to the line.
And came in with the foul. That's her first. Morgan Love at the line, shooting 2.
Free throw is no good. We get a good look at Morgan Love, the freshman. Free throw is good for her. 3 on the night. And looks like the Bulldogs will probably dribble this one out or even hold it. And that'll take us to the end of this one. Final score. Bloom-Carroll 53 and Liberty Union 25. Bloom-Carroll improves to 16-4 on the year and 11-2 in the Mid-State League. Liberty Union falls to 6-12, 5-8. As you see some happy Bulldogs there. And they still have a chance to get a piece of the Mid-State League Buckeye Division Championship. Again, they've got to win on Friday night, a big road game at Fairfield Union. Before that, they will play on Wednesday night against Worthington Christian at home, but that's, of course, a non-league game. And it all comes down to that Fairfield Union game on Friday night. Send them into tournament play coming up on Tuesday. Meanwhile, for Liberty Union, busy week. Wednesday night here against Licking Valley. Thursday night here against Tays Valley. That's a makeup game. and the season finale at Lakewood on Saturday before they start tournament play on the 19th, where they'll play the winner of Harvest Prep and Elgin. That's coming up next week. And next up for us, we'll remind you, is Friday night. We'll have another one for the Mid-State League Buckeyes, this time on the boys' side, as the Bloom-Carroll Bulldogs will host the Fairfield Union Falcons. Again, that's a 7:30 tip-off, so check out CLN, your hometown connection, on YouTube for that one. Interface Video Productions on Facebook and Twitter. And, of course, you'll be able to see the replay of it afterwards on Spectrum Channel 1021 in the greater Fairfield County area. But that'll wrap things up here from Liberty Union High School in Del Bar Court. Once again, the final score, Bloom-Carroll 53, Liberty Union 25. For our entire IVP Sports crew, I'm Josh Messerly. Thanks for watching the Buffalo Wild Wings Game of the Week, and good night, everyone.
IVP Sports presents the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Basketball Game of the Week. Brought to you by Fairfield Medical Center, Dagger Law, the Frank E. Smith Funeral Home, Fairfield Federal, the Carriage Company, the Savings Bank, Fairfield DD, Personal Touch Party Rentals and Events, the Edwards Insurance Agency, Buckeye Toyota, Huddle Tire and Auto, and North Body Shop.